Welcome to People Want to Know. I'm JP Dominguez. I'm super happy this week because you guys watched this segment, share this segment, comment this segment. We're on Jessica Dominguez TV. And guess what? Who's my guest this week? It's a huge shocker. Attorney Jessica Dominguez, thank you so much for being here, mamita linda.
It's my pleasure.
So you've been on my Snapchat lately, and people really like how when we film, before we film, we do a little dance-off.
Yes, we do.
What were we dancing this morning?
We were dancing a cumbia.
A cumbia. A little shoulder shake?
A little shoulder shake.
A little shoulder shake? All right, so we're trying to reach a goal on Jessica Dominguez TV. We're trying to reach what?
100,000
subscribers. So if you guys watch Jessica Dominguez TV, you like these videos, please do us a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we can keep creating this content. We can keep creating these videos. Our team loves to brainstorm these topics. So help us reach that goal before the end of the year. And for those who are already subscribed, over 80,000 people, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let's get right into this week's topic. People want to know what type of documents they should keep for future potential legal immigration procedures or in case of any sort of emergencies. Can you share a little bit as to what type of documents they should have?
JP, it's a very good question. A lot of people in our community don't have an immigration legal status, and they will need documents when they have to face a deportation proceeding, for example, or if they get detained by ICE. The first suggestion that I would have for them is that they have to have a document that could identify them to the authorities. They can have an ID. Sometimes they don't live in a state that issues IDs for anyone who doesn't have a legal status, but they can go to their consulate, the consulate of their country, so that they can get an ID issued by them. They should also always have their birth certificate.
Correct. Okay, what's another example? Or what other document?
Well, one of the requirements is always going to be that they have to prove to the immigration authority that they have been residing in the United States for a certain period of time. So they should have evidence to prove their physical presence in the U.S. They can have either bills, bank accounts.
Great, and we have a video that we already did that they can watch right here. Make sure to check it out. And it goes over what you can do in depth. And you shared those recommendations. What's another a document that they should have?
Any evidence to show their good moral character. For example, if they have volunteered at a community organization or if they are members of a church, that's evidence of good moral character, and they should have that evidence at hand as well.
We have another video going in depth of what good moral character is, because we received tons of your questions. So if you haven't watched that video, check that video out right here. And it'll be super helpful. What's another document?
I would also recommend for them to have documents at home that prove any special circumstances in their lives. For example, if they have a child with special needs, if their spouse has a medical illness, if they have to take special medicine, they should always have documents at home to prove this. In case they get detained by ICE, they can always tell the relative, bring me these documents, I want them brought to the detention center.
What does that do? People always send us questions like, what does that do? Let's say someone is detained and they do have that special type of circumstance. What does that do when they are detained?
Well, what it does not do is it does not grant someone automatic legal permanent residence because they have medical issues or their children have medical issues. But what it does, it gives the ICE officer the opportunity to use their discretion positively for this family. Let's say a mother gets detained and she has children with special education needs. The officer can take this information into consideration and say, you know what, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance because you have to go home and take care of these children.
Great. What would be another document, or last document?
Well, there's so many others, but the fifth recommendation that I would have for you, the fifth idea that I have for you, is a letter that you can get notarized that says who you, as a parent, in case of a detention by immigration authorities, give permission for your children to be taken to. In other words, we have to be realistic. We are living under immigration laws that dictate that if you're undocumented, you can get detained and placed in deportation proceedings. If that is the case, who can your children go to? If you have a notarized letter that says, take him to my niece or take him to my mom or dad, this is a good way of you to be able to express your will for your kids.
Great. Thank you so much for that information. Especially, there's so many stories that we do hear and messages that we do receive from people that are living this that unfortunately did not have a plan in case anything were to happen. And I think these recommendations at least give these people some sort of a viewpoint of what to expect and what they can do to help in case they were in that situation. So thank you so much for sharing that information.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here on People Want to Know every week, giving tips, resources. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Like I said, if you like this content, comment on it. Let us know what you guys want to see next week. We love to see you guys. If you want to follow us, you can follow my mom on Instagram at Abogada Latina. You can follow me at JP Dominguez. And we'll see you guys next time on People Want to Know.
Hola amigos, no se vayan todavía porque necesitamos su ayuda. ¿Su ayuda en qué, hijo?
Necesitamos más de 100,000 personas. ¿Para qué?
Para que se suscriban a este su canal de YouTube, Jessica Dominguez TV.
¿Pero por qué quieres hacer esto?
Porque de esa manera se van a mantener informados acerca de las leyes de migración, van a tener análisis político y mucha más información.
Noticias de migración. ¿Sí? Pues vamos. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos.
Gracias.